This is a tarot reading for Kessa. Now, Kessa, you asked about your love life, and you'll see 4 cards here. And the first card is actually not a tarot card. It is from Carolyn Mrs. Archetype cards. And the other 3 cards are tarot, and they are the Shadowscapes Tarot by Stephanie Puimun Law. The 3 cards from the Shadowscapes, those were in answer to the question of, what do I need to know right now about my love life? And then the archetype card is, what archetype am I playing out in my love life? This archetype card is that of priest. And what's happening is that you are choosing people that need fixing to some degree. Someone that you can lead along and teach and inform them about spiritual things. So basically you're picking people who aren't up to your level, because that's what makes you feel better about yourself. Now, it's not that there's anything wrong with those people. You could have wildly differing beliefs when it comes to spirituality and still have a happy fundamental relationship. But that only works if you are secure in your own self, in your own system of belief, your own experiences, without having the need to change the other person. And so with this, you are acting as, I'm the one who has the knowledge and the power to act in spiritual ways that are good, and you aren't as good as that. I love you, but you're not as good at that, and I'm going to teach you, and you're going to have to learn from me, and that's what will help better your life, is doing these things and following my example. And instead of, because the active role of being a priest, of being a religious leader, is to help other people. But it's to help other people without attachment to the results, without wanting a specific result. Okay, so we have these 3 Shadowscape cards, and they are upside down. But that's not an issue with this deck. This deck is connected to the Fae. And while the creator, Stephanie, didn't intend for there to be reversals, what this is in this case is not a traditional reversal, but like a message from fairy of looking at things in a different way, of looking at things in a sort of topsy-turvy, inside-out way, where down is up or up is down, like an insect that is walking on a leaf, but it's walking on the underside of a leaf. But to the insect, is it really the underside? Maybe from that point of view, that's the top. So that's sort of the idea here with these upside down cards. The High Priestess represents you. And I find that really interesting because you got the priest archetype. You have the owl that has the keys to knowledge. You've got the cycles of the moon in your robes. You have been marked, and your arms are out in a way where it's like you have become the chalice, which represents, the subconscious, and emotions and intuitive nature, those sorts of things. But if you don't even know what you want, really, then all of your efforts to get what you want in love won't have the effect that you want. So it's a little upside down. So you have these abilities. You know that you're a powerful person and that you have wisdom. Deep down, you know those things, even though sometimes consciously we don't, especially when we make errors or whatnot. But soul deep, you know. And thinking about how to translate this, so pardon for all the silences here. It's all wrapped up in insecurity. What will help is if you were to make your own dream catcher. With the intent that will help you remember to let go of scarcity thinking, of feelings of unworthiness, of feeling like you need to find someone that needs fixing or needs a leg up on their spiritual path, someone who's teaching, because that sets it up to be a teacher-student relationship. And as we know, out in the real world here, teacher-student relationships are frowned upon because of the power differential. And when you're dating someone as a teacher and thinking of them as someone who doesn't know any better, and it sets you up for that power differential and to have a struggle. Okay, 3 of Cups. Again, upside down. This is about finding your tribe, reconnecting with people that you have loved being with before. And I mean not romantically. I mean right now, celebrate where you are. Celebrate where you are right now and enjoy it. Get together with, friends that you just totally trust and can be yourself, and if, you can't get together with them, you can expand that tribe, join a meetup group or a class where you can learn something and thus connect with other people. And you might surprise yourself and find love, but don't focus on the love aspect of your interactions. You might miss something wonderful. But enjoy where you are now, because where you are now is the foundation of your future. Now, part of what's getting in your way is the Queen of Cups. You feel like you need to be the Queen of Cups. Someone who's serene and well put together and graceful and doesn't have that fiery pep that's just calm and languid and just like... And the thing is that there is someone in your life, a woman, that you think you need to be like. This is a specific person. It can be a sister. It could even be your mother, a friend that you secretly envy. Or it could be a coworker, an acquaintance, someone where you just sort of just feel like that's the kind of person you need to be. Actually, as I'm speaking, the thought came to me, which is odd, but okay. An actress playing a particular role in one of your favorite TV shows. Like you have it in your head. That's what you're supposed to be like. Except that's not you. You have more pep. You have more fire to you. And that fire can spark all of the creativity and all of the kind of style of your grace. Just fine, but don't be like somebody else's. When you look at water playing on the surface of a pond, I mean, that's beautiful and graceful. But so is the dancing flame. It's just a different kind. So once you get out of scarcity thinking, and once you get out of the idea that you have to be somebody else, and once you get out of the idea that, or the habit of finding someone that you need to lead along, you'll be able to have a more fulfilling relationship romantically. Sometimes it can be helpful to write down all of the things that you don't want in a relationship, and then you take that and you write down the things that you do want in a relationship. And then you take that and you can turn that into a manifest where it's all in positives and you're just talking about, you know, how much you love your relationship, whether it's finding a new love or working on a current love that you have, and you, after soul searching, and you want to keep that person. The important thing is to write the manifest as if you've already have what you want, and like it's we'll just a pretend date here. it's December of 2018. I am dating this wonderful person, and they like being around me. They are loyal to me. They accept my faults. They love all the good things about me. It's so much fun to be around them. I love them. They are a really good match for me. They share many of the same interests, and we enjoy doing a lot of the same things. And you can even go on to describe in more detail. We're both on the same spiritual level. We're truly co-equals in this partnership, being kind and considerate to one another. It's things like that. It's important to say, like if you want someone who's non-judgmental, that's still putting something in a negative, because you're describing what they're not. They're not judgmental. But the meaning of being non-judgmental is being kind and compassionate and understanding and accepting, letting things roll off their shoulders, things like that. And they're strong. They know how to compliment you. Things like that. But you see how I stated them in a way where they're it's all positive attributes, and I use the they pronoun because for all I know, you're pansexual, and it doesn't matter to you what their gender is or is not. So, anyway, I feel like that will help you solidify. And I will say, like, my husband and I, we have radically different beliefs. He is an atheist, and I am obviously the exact opposite. I'm into all this stuff, this metaphysical energy stuff and everything, and and that's one of the beautiful things about acceptance, not feeling the need to change the other person. Like, you don't need to feel the need to change them. They don't feel the need to change you. So that can be really, really powerful, especially if you're in a relationship that you want to have. And you're working on it. Though I'm not sure why I felt like I needed to tell you that. For all I know, that thought can also be helpful with another kind of relationship. I don't know. Anyway, there you have it. Thank you for letting me do this reading. I hope you have found it beneficial, and let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.